Hi, I'm Aeon. This is a video. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to more Geometry Dash. Today's a little bit of a special video because I want to be telling stories about me playing this game because as you can tell, playtime has hit 5,000 hours. I still haven't gotten all the achievements. I don't know how. The last achievement is just impossible, but I digress. I want to go through and reminisce a little bit, show you guys what 5,000 hours of Geometry Dash gets you. A little bit of a disclaimer. First and foremost, I have more than 5,000 hours. I did play this game a lot on my phone before, but I average it out to around 5,000 hours because I would estimate like 1,000 of these hours are idle, and I estimate to have about 1,000 hours on mobile. So it evens out to about 5,000 hours. Also, I hope I don't come off as bragging in this video because naturally not everyone is going to have the exact same experiences I have in these 5,000 hours, but I just want to go back, tell a few stories, how I got into the game, what made me come back to the game, because a lot of you know I quit the game for a longer period of time, and I just want this to be like a relaxed video where we just chill, talk a little bit, and have some fun. Want to talk about a lot of my milestone demons. I want to talk about a lot of my friends that I've made in this year and what 5,000 hours of this game has brought me, because one thing is playing the game for 5,000 hours. That's a lot of hours of playtime, but I also want to like look into and just talk a little bit about what the game itself has given me, because this game means a lot to me. A lot of people, understandably so, thinks that this is my favorite game, which it isn't, by the way. I'm going to get into that at a later point. It is one of the games that mean the most to me for a lot of different reasons. This game is my job. A lot of people seem to forget that at times. This is literally what I do for a living, which I'm ever fortunate about. Disclaimer out of the way, I don't hope I come off as braggy. I do just want to like tell a little bit of my story, see what 5,000 hours has truly brought to me. Let's open the game up. There we go. And hop into Geometry Dash. 5,000 hours of Geometry Dash. Crazy stuff. I don't really have much to say. This is really gonna be a really short video. I just want to like talk a little bit about story. I just want to talk a little bit about what I've done, some memories I have with the game. Try and formulate myself kind of well and try and like structure it decently. But basically, started out the game January 2014. It was 1.4, I believe. 1.4 had recently come out, I'm pretty sure. And we played it in school. A lot of my friends in school played it. I picked it up as well. I was like, hey, that's a cool game. And then I beat levels and started beating all the main levels. And I ended up beating Clutterfunk after just a couple weeks of playing it. And people were like, whoa, you're really good. And that boosted my ego a little bit too much. So I decided just to keep playing it. And funny enough, my absolute first demon that I ever beat was, if I go here, it's like my first demon was Super Cycles. I don't know why I did Super Cycles of all things. I didn't do the Nightmare. I didn't do the Lightning Road like everyone else does. I did Super Cycles by Jax for some reason. And just, I don't know, I just got the knack for beating stuff that was like really difficult, and it was such an enjoyable experience for me. And I just kept beating stuff. A lot of my friends in school as well ended up beating demons. Like I wasn't the only one. Like in my school, the fad of Geometry Dash lasted for quite a while. It was one of those things where it's just like a lot of people played it, and a lot of people played it for a really long time, and it was really interesting to see, because a lot of the time with stuff like Flappy Bird, which was also popular like around the time, Geometry Dash lasted for like a few months in my school instead of like 2 weeks, and it was really interesting because a lot of people played it, and a lot of people played it like religiously. Like I remember very vividly after Club Step came out, because for every new update the game kind of like reinvigorated a little bit in my school, and I remember very vividly, like after I beat Club Step, my friends who were also playing, I beat Club Step like 2 weeks after it came out, by the way, they got me to just show me getting far on Club Step to some people in class to try to impress girls at like 14 years old. It was the weirdest shit, but it was really good. I've made so many good memories just playing this in the school, and it was such a good experience. And GD as a whole has just always been one of those games that I've just thoroughly enjoyed playing. While sometimes I didn't enjoy it the most, I will admit, such as me quitting the game because I couldn't do Problematic. I took like 1,000 attempts on Problematic when I did it originally. Whether or not that's sad or not, that's up to you to decide. Keep in mind I had 200 demons at the time. I hit my 100th demon, which was Y-Step. I beat Y-Step in the very end of 1.7, so I had my 100th demon in 1.7, which not a lot of people can say. There were like 300 demons at the time, so that was like a large portion of the demons. It's like the equivalent of having like 1,700 or 1,800 demons today in like terms of percentages. And it was, I don't know, just something about the wave just didn't sit right with me. Like I already didn't play a lot in 1.9. When 1.9 came out, it was like, man, I don't really have too much fun with this because I didn't enjoy wave. I just couldn't fully grasp the wave. And then Problematic came out, and everyone was like, oh, this is like the easiest circles level up all the time. It's so good, you should check it out. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll check it out. Maybe it will actually make me like Wave, and then it should be like 1,000 attempts, and I was just like, nah, you know what? I'm good. I'm just not gonna play. I kept in touch with the community. I still stuck around for quite a while, and I just talked to a lot of my friends, because a lot of the friends that I met in like 2014, I still talk to a lot today. I met people like Glitter Shroom, Evasion, Tio, people that I don't talk too much with, but I still talk with occasionally. People like Daddy Pro, Merlo the Creator, XE7, people like that, right? Vibrant as well, but Vibrant I met before Jump Dash. Fun fact for you guys, I met Vibrant in 2012 on a game called Transformize. I just stuck around with the community. Like, I never truly left Jump Dash. I just kind of like didn't play it a lot. I open the game occasionally if there was like, if one of my friends were like, hey, this cool level came out, you should check it out. And I was like, sure, fine, I'll check it out, whatever. And it was always a good time. Like, I had fun with it. I just couldn't grasp my head around Wave properly. And for those of you who don't know, I used to be like one of the better players. Riot and I used to race a lot, and we used to compete like actively in 1.8. I think a lot of the reason why I wasn't able to just enjoy the game the way I did back in the day was because I felt like I couldn't really keep up skill-wise. I was still a mobile player at the time, and Steam had just released, and I felt like I just couldn't keep up with difficulty, because as you guys knew, Deadly Clubset was a level that Riot and I raced on mobile until he beat it on PC eventually. I got my 2-attempt practice run dying to the first jump 6 months before. I've mentioned the story a few times before, and I got like massive runs on stuff like Stereo Demoness on mobile. I was first victor of stuff like Electrodynamics V2. I was first Clubset V2 victor as well. I beat Y-Step, as I said, as my 100th demon in 1.7, and I was like early victor of stuff like PG Club Step and all those hard things. And I also at some point was top 25 in both creator and player. I don't have screenshots of it, but I had 39 creator point. No, not 39. I think I hit it at like 30 creator points, and I had 4,000 stars. Riot and I, for some reason, we decided, hey, Aeon, let's race to top 10 stars on the leaderboard. Because at that time, it was more reasonable. Steam had still not released. Everyone played on mobile, and we were like top competing players. So we just decided to race. Riot beat me. He was top 10 on the leaderboards. I was like 23rd, but I was also like top 25 on creator leaderboards, because for those of you who don't know, I did at some point do create. I have a lot of levels here that you can see. I haven't even beaten my own levels, I don't know why. But yeah, no, I did a lot of stuff, and it was really fun. I stopped creating in 1.9. Evolution was my last one. I made that in like the first week of 1.9. But before that, I just created a lot of different stuff, but it was really fun. I just always enjoyed it. I didn't really have a vision. I just kind of like threw shit together that I thought was cool, and here we are now. Maybe someday I'll make another level. Who knows? It would be cool to make another level. I don't want 2 Destroy 2 to be my last. Yeah, no, it was a weird time, and I didn't play much between 1.9 and 2.1. I didn't play 2.0 at all. The reason, actually, fun fact, the reason why I came back to the game in 2.1 was when 2.0 was coming to an end, and Trusta verified yatagarasu, who I was already friends with. I talked to Trusta a while back before that. I got in contact with him after he beat Bloodbath. I was like, yo, huge GGs. And then he was like, yo, I'm a huge fan of you, actually. And I was like, yo, that's cool. What's your Discord? And then he sent me his Discord, and we started talking from there. And when he beat yatagarasu, I was like inspired. Yatagarasu is like a really large reason why I ended up getting back like into the game in the first place in 2017. It always become this kind of like chase demon for me, where I just wanted to actually beat it at some point. In the end, I actually did end up beating yatagarasu, although a lot later than I thought I was going to. I didn't beat it in my first reinvigoration of Jump to Dash. I beat it last year for Christmas, which is still one of my favorite things that I've ever done, by the way. Dropping yatagarasu out of nowhere on Christmas, that was cool. But anyway, I came back into the game in 2017. I beat Cataclysm just a few days into playing. I got my computer in March of 2017. I beat Cataclysm like 3 days after I got my PC, which is absolutely ridiculous, by the way. So if we go to the time machine option here, we go to 2017, and we go like March, like just end of March. I don't really know exactly when it was, but end of March, right? It's around the time when Bloodbath is number 9 on the demons list. We have stuff like Thanatos, Infernal Abyss. Hatred for some reason was 12, and the Hell Zone was 15. Anyway, Cataclysm at the time was number 29 on the demons list. So within 3 days of playing, after not playing for 2 years, I beat Cataclysm, a top 30 extreme demon. Thinking about it right now is absolutely ridiculous. And I also beat stuff like Hypersonic very soon after. And then I set my goals on Bloodbath, which I ended up beating, on May 29th, 2017. I became the 3rd victor of Subsonic, the number 7 extreme demon at the time, and Bloodbath was number 10. So within like 3 months of playing, after coming back and being like inspired by yatagarasu, which then was number 2, after seeing Trusta beat it, I had beaten 2 current day top 10, which is crazy to think about. The fact that I beat 2 top 10s within 3 months of coming back to the game is some of the most ridiculous stuff I think I've ever done. sadly, that's where like my massive amount of motivation for the game kind of like stopped. I ended up beating stuff like I ended up beating the Flawless, which is right here, and I ended up beating ICDX and the Ultimate Face. So those were like the two things that I did, or the few things that I did that like stuck out at the time. They were impressive achievements for the time, and I was very, very proud to beat them, but I didn't really do much more than that. I didn't really like playing extremes too much because at the time, let's be real, there weren't a lot of good extremes. So I ended up quitting the game again in 2018 with around like 2,000 something, 2,500 maybe hours of the game. And for some reason, 2020 rolls around and I have like the biggest motivation burst ever to get back into the game. And that's kind of what like when I started going haywire. I beat Phobos, I beat Shock Therapy, and I beat a lot of different levels, and I just felt like I could finally get good at the game. And then after about a year of playing the game, I beat Yatagarasu, which was the original reason that I came back to the game. And it's crazy to think how far it has gone, honestly. In 5,000 hours now of playing this game, I've beaten 73 extreme demons. Quite ridiculous if I do say so myself. And I've beaten a lot of the like milestone demons that I never thought I was going to do. Of like Yata, Bloodlust was a big one for me. Succubin Hell, Artificial Ascent, stuff like Black Blizzard, which is a level that I've always really, really liked. Conical Depression was a level that I never thought I would touch in my entire life. Erebus is another huge one. And then stuff like Killbot, which I've always looked at and was like, wow, that's insane. That's actually crazy. And I've been involved with like really cool levels like Acu and the resurgence of popularity for Killbot. And I've just beaten a real ton of like really cool levels. I was involved with Rust, which is my current hardest demon, which I'm super duper proud of. Done a lot of cool stuff, and I'm super proud of the progress that I made in this like almost 2 years now that I've been actively playing again. 5,000 hours is a lot of time, and obviously not everyone is going to accomplish the things that I've done in those 5,000 hours. Having 40 creator points, I have like 20 something rated levels, 73 extreme demons, 81 insane demons, 1,000 completed demons like in total. Like, I feel like I've accomplished quite a lot with this game. I've made a ton of really good friends, a ton of friends that I've known for almost a decade now, and I don't know, there's something about it that's just really cool to me. And I never really thought that this fad would just get this far. Really happy to see where I've gotten. And I know this video probably came out a little bit braggy, but I just wanted to tell some stories about GD and like how I got into it, what inspired me. And I just also want to take it as an opportunity to say thank you. I've been seeing a lot of people who have said that I inspire them, and I think that's really, really cool. And I'm very proud of what I've done with this game. So 5,000 hours of Jump to Dash. God, it's a long time. Do I regret it? No. Could I have invested my time better? Probably. I mean, yeah. But no, it's kind of crazy. It is crazy to think about. But yeah, either way, what a wild ride. What a wild ride. Anyway, huge shout out to my friends that I've made over the years with this game. Huge shout out to you guys for being awesome. And let's do another 5,000 hours. Hopefully not gonna take another 8 years. It's probably gonna be like a couple years. Yeah, no, it's been cool. It's been fun. Again, sorry if this video came off as braggy. I just wanted to reminisce a little bit about what I've done in the 5,000 hours that I've played this game. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for making my day better. Hope my yours a little bit better too. Eat your greens, stay healthy, stay hydrated. You guys are awesome. And next video is like 10,000 hours, I guess. Have a good one, everyone.